Well, it is 7 a.m. day one. As you can tell by this to-do I'm rocking up here, and by this sexy morning voice I got on, I'm not used to getting up so early. We got a lot of work to do today, and I'm pretty excited about it. GoPro, stop recording. Canadian winters. You can see here, it's quite cold out. And here he comes, the last of the load.
Other than my lunch.
You know what I miss about load-ins? Nothing. Exactly. As you can see, we are packed. We are ready to go. It's been a long time since I've done this whole gag. Alright. So here we are, on our way to the studio. Day one. What do you think about that?
It's gonna be pretty sick, man.
Pretty excited too.
We got some pretty groovy tunes that we're gonna be putting out here in a bit.
I'm
pretty stoked to finally get in here.
I think so.
It's been a long time.
A little reading. As you can see, we've been boning up on our music business stuff.
It's been a long time since we've been in the studio together.
Like a decade.
Yeah, like at least a decade.
11 years, I think. Creekwater stuff.
So it's gonna be nice to actually head back to the same studio where it all began.
The Duke. We don't have the sombrero of shame though.
No, I couldn't find it. I looked everywhere.
Maybe he has one.
I could have swore it was still at his place.
I remember when Gentleman Husbands used to.
Yeah, we were just watching Facebook and all of a sudden we're like, hey, you're using the sombrero of shame.
Perfect.
Of course, I don't think they were using it in a shameful manner.
No, probably not. I think it was just Dan wearing it. Good times. Good times.
After the Creekwater Junkies disbanded over 10 years ago, I never gave up on music. I tried playing in other bands, but I didn't find anything sustainable until I found my home drumming for the Castor Troys. But fate once again had other plans. After 5 years with the group, we split up. That was it. All that work, effort, and time building something was over. I was devastated. Another band taken from me by circumstances out of my control. I didn't know what to do. I was on the wrong side of 30, and making it in the music business doesn't get any easier with age. Where was I supposed to go from here? Should I start all over, or do I pack it in? I needed some time to think. I needed to clear my head. I went on a diving trip. It's something very therapeutic for me. The tranquility of the ocean is something that allows me to block out everything else. I spent an entire year afterwards without picking up my sticks. It just didn't feel right. I didn't know if I would ever play drums seriously in a band ever again. I mean, in my heart I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if I would ever find the right fit, or could go through another band just fizzling in. And that's when Mitch called. And my choice became much easier. He sent me a playlist of over 30 demos he'd been tracking, and they were all very different, but they were good. There was definitely something we could build on. We just needed to find it, and that's when I grabbed my sticks. A lot lot of the songs didn't have drums, and some of the ones that did, well, as good as Mitch is at guitar, he ain't no drummer. So I started putting some together. Even though we were in two different cities, it was easy. The chemistry we had from playing together for years never really left. On top of that, we were both on the same page from a business standpoint. We've had so many conversations about the business side of the music industry and how we would do things differently if we ever started another band. And now, this was our chance to do it. This was our opportunity to do things our way right from the get-go. And so we did.
In the industry. So he does a lot of stuff. I follow him. Like, he takes pictures for Papa Roach, and I think he was following the Struts around for a long time. So he was doing a lot of their footage.
Did they put that new album out yet?
I don't think they have a new album out, but they've been putting out a few songs here and there. I was just listening to them the other day, but I think I was listening to them on my my library. I didn't go looking for a new album, so maybe I have to check that out.
You know, like, it's interesting to see the way the single market's working, like, especially through this COVID thing. Like, I've seen some bands put out, like, you know, new albums, but, like, a guy like Eric Church has just been pumping out singles.
Oh, yeah?
Like, every time we go back to his Spotify playlist, we're like, I like that last one. It's like, oh, there's a new one.
Yeah.
And, like, the branding is really just like, here's the name of the song behind a different color background, and then the name of it written in white with one of the words bolded. It's really simple, but at the same time, like, I think that's the way that music is going anyway. Like, I would rather come back every 4 or 5 weeks and find a new song that I'm ready to, like, because, you know, as soon as the album comes out and you get it, you're all excited and you listen to it
A few times, yeah.
a few times and you get really into it, but then you're like, okay, now what? You know, you find another band that has a new album, but you forget all about what the other band's doing.
Oh, yeah, like, I remember, like, when the Spotify, this is, like, your highlight of the year, and there was all these highlights, and they're like, yeah, your favorite band was the Steel Drivers this year. I'm like, I haven't listened to them since, like, the beginning of the year. Apparently, I listened to that album a lot.
I mean, imagine that. My favorite came up as Nightwish.
Yeah, surprise there.
Yeah, it is my favorite band. But, also, a lot of it was, like, Ludovico and Audi and, like, subtle, like, soft piano jams. You know, like, I don't know. I listen to a lot of that stuff when I'm reading or whatever.
Yeah, mine was all over the place. I had, like, something like 200 new genres discovered and, like, 500 something new artists discovered.
And that, like, yeah, actually a lot. Especially, mostly, again, with those instrumental piano guys, because I was just, like, looking for a variety of that kind of music. But, like, one of the top songs that I had on my Spotify I listened to was the Chris Cornell's James Bond theme.
Oh, really? I never even heard that.
You know, like, when it was for Casino Royale, he did the...
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was... Anyway, because, like, when I was, like, doing my vocal program, I was trying to pick stuff that was sort of in my range to, like, work to build up to. And Chris Cornell actually has a lower register. He's able to hit the high notes, but his default, like, his bass setting of his, like, his voice is setting. It's not like you can program it, but his range is baritone. And I was like, okay. So when I was doing some, like, vocal tests to figure out where my range was, it was like the Dave Grohl range is essentially what it came up as. But yeah, listen to Chris Cornell and Blackstone Cherry.
Yeah, lots of Blackstone Cherry.
Good band.
I was so sad that I finally got concert tickets to them because they were playing in Canada. So you remember Ramona of all places. Yeah. And then COVID hit and they got canceled. And, like, I have no clue if they're going to be coming back or not. That's the first date I've ever seen them have Canadian
Did you
dates.
hear the collaboration they did with Monster Truck?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, okay, because, like, those guys, I guess, are, like, friends and stuff now. And I was watching, they had, like, this video feed where they were all, of course, in their separate areas.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the guys came together, and so Blackstone Cherry and Monster Truck did a song together.
Wow. I did not hear that. I'm gonna have to go looking.
It's good.
Because I know, like, they did a bunch of American dates together, so I could see them becoming friends there.
Yeah.
They did, like, a little mini tour, I think, last summer in the States.
Their style of music is very similar.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it makes sense. I mean, like, that would be a good show. I would be like, yeah, go see that.
Yeah, I'd definitely go see that show.
Guess
Well, let's
where
go say
we
hi to Duke.
are. Day 1.
Ahoy there, sailors.
Hey, buddy. What's up, man? Yeah, you too, bud.
Aloha. Hope you don't mind being on camera. Hey, how you doing, my man? Give me these.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah.
Lots of recording.
I hope you're okay with
we
that.
are gonna plow.
Because we don't have any other content to give people for now, so.
Oh yeah. So just
Man, look
as
at
much
this.
as you can.
I just love this. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Right. All right.
So excited. I can't believe it's finally here.
Back roads. It's been a long time since I've had to take back roads anywhere. Because
Yeah, no doubt.
there are no back roads in the city. They're all just roads.
Yeah, usually on here I see like lots of like turkeys and foxes and stuff like that.
What makes something a back road anyway? Like, how do you designate it as a back road?
We're really gonna be hitting those burning questions of yours in this documentary.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, this is the kind of thing you think about when you're on your way to the recording studio, taking the back road.